All right, everybody, welcome to the newest episode of the Championship Rounds podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about the upcoming fight card that was announced very quickly. It's Tyron Woodley versus Gilbert Burns. So, for this, I got Jake. Good job saying something, buddy. We got Joe.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Got Nick
How's it going?
and Mike. Mike's a sleepy Mike today.
Colby Covington, #1.
Yeah, this is fresh off of our last pound for pound listing. So if you guys want to watch something really funny, go ahead and watch that.
Oh, yeah.
But let's get into this card real quick now. So for the early fight prelims, the first fight of the night is Chris Gutierrez versus Vince Morales in the featherweight division. Chris Gutierrez is a minus 120 to win the fight. What do you guys got for this?
Well, they're both really up and coming in their fight career. I believe it's only both their first or second fights in the UFC. So I think this fight will just decide who moves on and probably who gets cut. So I think it'll probably be decision. It's at, I think, 135, so not much finish potential. But yeah, so I think it's just completely up for grabs. And I didn't really have a pick for this one because I think it could go either way.
I mean, I definitely agree. It's definitely like a 50-50 because you don't know what you're getting with either of them. So I'm probably not going to make a definite pick right now for this fight, but I mean, hopefully it's good. That's all I'm hoping for.
For this fight, I have Gutierrez by decision. I mean, just on the bigger stage of the UFC, he's done much better than Morales. So,
All right.
Yeah,
So we have what did you say, Jake? It was a decision for Gutierrez?
yeah, decision for Gutierrez.
And then that's the same thing with Joe?
Yeah, I mean, that was my pick. I just can't say his name, so I decided to not say it.
All right, Nick, you got to pick one. Who do you pick?
Well, if I had to pick, I'll go Gutierrez by decision. I'm definitely going decision either way.
All right, Mike, what do you got?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know half the fighters in this prelim card. I've never seen them fight besides.
Casual.
Sounds like Shevchenko. I don't know. I'm going to go with Gutierrez. I think I've seen him, actually. So I'll go with Gutierrez, third round decision.
Yeah, and I'll say Gutierrez by decision. We're all really happy about this being the first card of the first fight of the card, But moving on, we have in the bantamweight division we have Louis Smolka versus Casey Kenny, and Casey Kenny is a favorite by minus 270.
Ooh, big favorite.
For this fight, I just said Kenny by decision. I mean, this is another. He's a heavy favorite, but I don't really see this going very different from the first fight. I think these are both going to be pretty slow fights.
Yeah, Smoka used to be on Team Gracie Technics in Hawaii, which is Max Holloway's team. So I think he had a good camp for a lot of his career. But he recently moved to California with a new camp, and he has a loss to Borg. Meanwhile, Kenny has a win over Borg. I know you can't do, mathematics and fighting, but I think Kenny should be able to get a decision here.
All right, Nick, what do you got?
I got Kenny by decision as well. I feel like Smolka has been around forever. Like I feel like I saw him like on a card like 7 years ago.
He was in the UFC for a while, then he got cut, and now he's back again. So we'll see how he does.
He doesn't really impress me too much, so I got Kenny by decision.
And Sleepy Mike.
Louis Smolka by first round KO. 100%. I'm betting everything on it.
Yeah, put all your money on it, guys.
I'm putting
You heard it here first. Hot off the
You heard it
press.
here.
You want to be rich.
Smolka is
You want
the
to be
new
rich.
bantamweight champion.
Big upset. Big upset.
Oh, no. All right, I'm going to say Casey Kenny by decision also. Very slow start to this card. But, all right, next in the flyweight division, all of our favorite divisions here, we have Tim Elliott going up against Brandon Royval, and Tim Elliott's the favorite by minus 170. And on ESPN, Brandon Royval doesn't even have a picture, so we're looking good on this one.
Yeah,
Nick. Sorry, Jake. Not Nick.
For this one, this is Royval's first fight in the UFC. He was a top guy in his last company he was with. I'm pretty sure it was the LFA. He got a submission win in his last fight, and Elliott's 3-4 in the UFC, and he lost his last fight by unanimous decision. I think I'm going to go with the upset here. I think Royval wins by submission.
Well, Mike, Sleepy Mike.
Yeah,
Just new
I
new
was
name.
looking through Elliott's fight history. He's lost a lot of fights, dude, like 4 or 5 in a row. I'm gonna go with Brendan Royval. I'm gonna say second round submission.
Submission.
Yep.
Has he won by submission?
Mike,
His
you're an
last
idiot.
fight was a win by submission. So
Yeah.
Mike, I'll
Yeah.
donate.
Alright.
Mike, I'll donate $100 to the charity of your choice if he wins by second round submission.
You think you? Are you
All right,
gonna?
what do you think, Joe? What does Joe think?
Well, I mean, Tim Elliott's been around forever. I mean, he's fought in elite competition. Yeah, he has losses, but those losses are to a title fight to Demetrius Johnson, to Joseph Benavidez. So, like, he hasn't been fighting bums. Meanwhile, it's Royale's first fight, so I just don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's unproven. He's just getting this chance because of COVID. Dana White was like, I need somebody to fight, and the guy stepped up. But I think Tim Elliott should get a second round TKO.
And Nick?
Yeah, I get Tim Elliott by late TKO, probably third round. But I feel like so they were both very successful in their previous promotion. I mean, Tim Elliott was a champ at Titan FC, but since he's gotten to the UFC, he's been very inconsistent. So, I mean, he definitely has fought like pretty big competition in the UFC, but I got him by late stoppage.
Yeah, I'll say I'll go with the upset. I go Brandon Royval by like late third round TKO. All right, moving up the card, we have in the light heavyweight division, undefeated Jamahal Hill versus Kilson Abreu, and Jamahal Hill is a -125 to win. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I'll try. So we'll go with Nick first.
I'm gonna go Jamahal Hill, if that's I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, by first round KO. This is a fight I didn't really know who to pick, but it's a close matchup. But Jamahal Hill's got 4 inches of height and then 5 on the reach, so I think he could take advantage of that and knock him out second round.
Joe.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of just the classic striker versus grappler kind of. Abreu has submitted Johnny Walker, Jake's good old friend there. So
rest
I think,
in peace.
I think Abreu can dodge the heavy shots from Jamahal and should be able to take him down and submit him pretty easily. So I think it'd probably be a first round submission.
Sleepy Mike.
I'm gonna say Clidson. I'm gonna say second round submission over Hill.
And Jake.
I still think this is going to be another slow fight. I'm going to say Hill by decision.
Yeah, I'll also say the same thing. All right. In the next fight, we have in the catchweight division, we have Billy Quarantillo, I don't know, versus Spike Carlisle. And Billy Quarantillo is the favorite to win by -165. We'll go with Nick first.
Give me Quarantillo by decision. I was kind of split on this fight too, but I'll go Quarantillo by decision.
Jake.
I think this fight's going to be kind of close. I mean, Quarantillo's 2-0 in the UFC. His last fight, he won by submission, and Carlisle, he won his last fight by TKO. I'm going to say Carlisle by TKO second round.
Mike.
Yeah.
We're starting to wake up, guys.
No, I think Billy's gonna KO Carlisle in the second round.
And Joe.
Yeah, I mean, Spike Carlisle goes by the name Alpha Ginger. So just with that name itself, I'm gonna have to go with the first round KO for the Alpha Ginger.
So that's a great nickname.
That's
It
a
is.
great nickname.
So lovely name.
And I just want to say I completely forgot that the catchweight division was actually a thing. So I'll give it a Billy Quarantillo by second round TKO.
When do you ever see a catchweight?
Just when somebody misses weight usually, but so that's why when they do it ahead of time, it's pretty odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
something.
All right. The next fight's actually quite an interesting one. We have in the women's flyweight, we have Caitlin Chukagin versus Antonia Shevchenko. This is Shevchenko's younger sister, and there's Antonia here. She came through the Contender Series, so we'll go to Joe for this one.
Yeah, so I can't really say her name, but Chukagin just coming off a loss from Valentina Shevchenko in a title fight.
Yeah.
So so I think Antonina is probably.
Yeah.
I mean, Chukagin is probably coming for revenge for her younger sister, so we'll see how that goes. Her only loss, Antonina's, is to Roxanne Modafferi. How would you say that one?
Yeah.
Who just beat up Macy Barbara, Mike's girl. So, and she and Shevchenko lost basically in clinch and ground game, which Chukagin is a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I think she could have an advantage there, but it'll be interesting because Shevchenko obviously probably has worked on her ground game since then because her striking is already pretty superior. So I think it'll probably be a pretty split, probably close fight, maybe a split decision. And I'll probably go with Chukagin on this one.
Go Nick.
I'll take Shevchenko by decision. Close fight though, but I think she takes it by decision.
Mike.
I'm gonna say it's gonna go for all 3 rounds. It's gonna be a really, really close fight that everyone thinks Caitlin wins, but I think Shevchenko wins it off decision.
Jake.
Chukagin she's been in the UFC for a while. She's obviously the veteran of the two. Shevchenko's still got a lot to learn, and I think she's always going to be trying to, get out of the shadow of her sister. I have Chukagin winning by unanimous decision.
All right, I see this one as being the build-up fight for Antonia Shevchenko, just to try and get her stock up there. So I'm going to say Antonia Shevchenko second round TKO. I think when I saw her in the Contender Series, I really liked how she fought. So we're gonna see if she does it in the UFC. I think this is her second fight in the UFC. She won her first
third.
one.
Yeah, she lost her first, I think. Won her second.
Yeah, she's 3-1 in the UFC.
Oh, yeah, fourth. Okay.
There. All right, so we're going back to back in the women's division. So we have next in the women's strawweight, Mackenzie Dern versus Hannah Chiffers, yeah, something like that. And Mackenzie Dern is the heavy favorite by -360. Go to Jake first.
Yeah, I mean, Dern, she's 2-1. She lost her last fight to Amanda Rivas. Kiffers is 2-2. She lost her last fight. She got knocked out by Angela Hill. And I think it's going to be a slow fight. I don't really see a lot going on here. I got a Dern by decision. I'm going to say split decision.
All right, we'll go Joe.
Yeah, I mean, Dern's obviously a very highly decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, so I think she'll probably be able to get a first-round submission because her opponent, I don't remember her name because she's kind of irrelevant. So I think it's just a stock builder. Dern should probably easily get it unless she misses weight by 30 pounds like usual. But I think hopefully she'll come in motivated, on weight, and should easily get a submission victory in the first round.
Go Nick.
I'm definitely going Dern by submission as well. The majority of her wins have come by submission, so I'll go with Dern by submission.
What kind of submission?
I have no idea, honestly. I'm not even gonna make a prediction on that because I'll never be right. It'll always just be something I don't pick. So.
All right, and
I
Mike.
can't even pick the fights right. I'm not gonna start getting into like how they win or fights.
I like Dern a lot. I'm gonna go.
We're not talking about your
Yeah,
looks,
Mike,
buddy.
just
We're
because
talking
she's
about
attractive,
fighting.
buddy. Come on.
No, I'm just saying.
Put it away, Mike. Put it away.
Get him a pillow.
I'm gonna say Dern, second round submission. I'm gonna say an arm bar.
Oh, I like
And
it.
it's gonna break the arm.
Oh,
You got a lot
Life
going
on
on in this one.
Oh, so everybody's going by submission. Rob, what do you have?
I got turned by submission. Same thing, but
Submission,
I'll say,
really?
Yeah, baby.
I'll say,
Really?
Jake. Oh, 3-round split decision.
I'll say,
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't.
hey,
She hasn't
okay,
really.
Jake.
She's got one submission so far.
Okay,
Yeah,
Jake. Look at her-
okay,
Jake,
Jake.
I'm
look
gonna
at
say
her
come
grappling record.
sweep right up against
Her
the.
grappling record's like 110 and like 2 or some crazy shit.
Yeah,
Bro,
but
I'm
I
gonna
mean, she
say
hasn't been able to
no.
really,
This is
you know,
you're gonna hear
show
me
it.
right. Hear me out. I'm gonna say
Okay,
second round submission, exactly 1 minute 21 seconds in due to Kamara's sweep.
Cap.
What are you even saying? What are you even saying?
All right, moving up. This card's really not that good. It would be completely
That's so bad.
This
all
card
right.
has potential. Come on.
Yeah, it has something, I guess. But
Every
all
card
right.
has potential. Remember that. You never know.
Exactly.
That's right.
Last words from Jake.
All right, moving up, we have in the lightweight division Roosevelt Roberts going up against Brock Weaver. Roosevelt Roberts is at minus 300 to win. Go to jail
Wow.
for this one.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much on this one. Roberts is a brown belt, and Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, Brock has won his last 2 fights, or his last 2 of 3 fights via disqualification. So that means his opponent got DQ'd. So, I mean, his wins haven't really been impressive, you could say. So I think Roberts should probably be able to get a submission. I'm going to do a second round or a naked choke.
All right, Jake.
Yeah, Roberts is 4-1 in the UFC. A lot of it's been either by submission or it's been by decision. Brock Weaver, he's on an 8-fight win streak. He's 2-0 in the UFC. Surprisingly, though, 2 of those fights in that win streak have been by disqualification, which is kind of odd. I remember watching that card he fought in, and there was, I think, 2 disqualifications that night, and I was just absolutely appalled. I don't know why it's so hard for fighters to remember the rules. I mean, he ate an illegal
What are you
knee.
talking about? You get in there, buddy.
He ate an illegal knee. Like, he didn't even know where he was.
He
Don't
ate that.
knee someone in the
He
face.
did. That was a bad knee. I don't know. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news on this card, but this is another one I see just going by decision. I think unanimous. Roberts.
Jeez, Jake.
Go to Nick.
What up?
Yeah, basically what Jake just said. I got Roberts by unanimous decision. I don't think it'll be a great fight, to be honest.
All right, I'm skipping Mike because I don't want to hear his opinion for this one. I want to say
No.
Roosevelt Roberts by decision.
No.
Right, what do you want to
Brutal.
say? What do you want to say?
All right. Seeing that, okay, he's Native American and the wrestler, I keep on forgetting his name. Jake, what's the guy's name again?
Oh, Chance Rencounter.
Chance Rencounter. He literally has a head made of iron. So
Didn't Lyman Good just murder him though? Last fight, he like broke his nose and.
Nah, that doesn't count as.
That
All
doesn't
right, yeah,
count.
we're gonna move on to the next fight now.
Push that to the
We're moving
side.
on to the next fight.
It's not fitting my narrative. It's not fitting my narrative.
All right, so in the welterweight division, we have.
I'm gonna say Brock Weaver by decision.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, so the next fight we have Kevin Holland coming back to fight another one versus Daniel Rodriguez, and Kevin Holland's another favorite to win by minus 220. So go to Nick for this one.
Give me Kevin Holland by KO, and I go first round, so it'll be a second first round KO in 2 weeks. Give me that.
All right, Mike, hurry up. I don't got all day waiting for you.
Kevin Holland first round KO. Don't even test me on this.
All right, Jake.
All right, let's so Rodriguez last fight got the submission win. Kevin Holland fought less than 2 weeks ago. 39 seconds TKO, body shot. I'm pretty sure it was a body shot. I think he keeps it going. I think he gets another first round TKO.
Beautiful. I'll go Joe.
Yeah. I think Holland also gets it done. I mean, he's a 2nd-degree black belt in Kung Fu, as we saw against Anthony Hernandez. He looked very fast, very fluid in his movements. Just pieced him up in 46 seconds. And he also had his debut in the UFC was against Thiago Santos, which was tough competition. So he's no slacker either. And Rodriguez only has 1 fight in UFC. So and his striking looked very choppy. He was a huge underdog, but it was against Tim Means, and he luckily pulled it off. But I think Holland should get it done if he doesn't let the weight cut affect him, because two weight cuts in 2 weeks is pretty brutal. But
yeah, that's
I
tough.
think he should be able to do it regardless of that fact.
All right. Did I get everybody, or did I miss somebody? I got everybody. All right, good. So I'm gonna say Kevin Holland by second round TKO. All right, our next fight is the only heavyweight fight, and it's the co-main event. We have Blagoy Ivanov versus Augusto Sakai.
That man's a
And
beast.
they're both minuses to win. Sakai is a minus 115 and Ivanov is a 105. So we'll see with Mike.
Nah, dude, like Blagoy has like knife and like stabbing marks. He's a beast. I'm going Blagoy first round KO. I don't even care. He's a gangster. He's a gangster, dude. That man's a butcher and a UFC fighter.
All right, Joe.
Y'all
Yeah,
laugh.
Ivanov is a bad man. He has a hole in his heart from a stab wound. I mean, he took lead bullets from D-Lou and survived all of them. But Sakai, or whatever you say his name, Sakai. He's a very good fighter. He only has one loss to Cheick Kongo, who's basically the Bellator king. So I think he's a taller fighter too, has bigger reach.
Yeah.
So I think he could potentially piece up Ivanov. I mean, Ivanov does have a complete brick chin, so he might be able to take it. So I think it could be a decision, but it could also be a knockout from Sakai. So I'm gonna go third round TKO.
Jake.
All right. This one's, I don't know. This is an interesting fight because Sakai, if he gets the win, I could see him, finishing Ivanov. But Ivanov surprised me, even against Derek Lewis. He wrestled him. Derek Lewis, I think, surprised everybody, though, by showing, his scramble and how he could get back to his feet. I think he took him down, 4 times? Yeah, he has really good wrestling, but that's what he is. He's a wrestler. He's gonna sit on you, and he's gonna get the decision win. I mean, the guy's a bad man. I think he got stabbed, and like you said, he got stabbed in the heart, and I think he also took one of the trachea.
Yeah, I think it's with a neck too.
I mean, that man is the definition of a fighter. I can see it going either way. Hopefully, this one can spark up the card a little bit. I think I'm going to go Sakai first round knockout.
All right, Nick.
I'm going to go Sakai second round knockout. I mean, this one I was 50-50 on. I kind of wanted to go Ivanov because he's extremely tough. So I was thinking, maybe if he takes him down, but I think I'm going to go Sakai second round KO.
I'm going to say Ivanov first round KO. He's going to go fight Ngannou, knock out Ngannou. He's going to go fight DC, Stipe. He's going to fight everybody, bro. He's going to knock them all out. No, but seriously, I'll say Ivanov by first round knockout. I see that happening. Man's a badass.
Wow.
But, all right. Now we got the main event. We have Tyron Woodley versus Gilbert Burns.
Tyrone.
Yeah, the inside joke there is Jake likes to say Tyrone instead of Tyron. So,
all right,
English.
One time.
All right, but he's going up against Gilbert Burns, and Woodley is the favorite by a minus 190. Go to Nick first.
I got Woodley by unanimous decision. I honestly think, Burns is good, but I think Woodley, he's used to being in big fights, so I think honestly he'll go in there. He lost to Usman. If he didn't lose to Usman, he could probably be second or third pound for pound right now. So I honestly think he just goes in there against Burns, just completely outclasses him, probably wins all 5 rounds, maybe at least 4, and just takes it by unanimous decision.
Jake.
All right, see, that's why I don't say Tyron Woodley. I said it right that time because I said Tyrone. I call him T Woodley. All right. T Woodley. All right. The guy's a monster. All right. He's going to beat you no matter what. He's definitely winning this fight. There's no question. All right. No question. All right. He's coming off of an off night against Usman. Usman dominated him. I'm not going to say he didn't, but, who knows? If that was another night, you could have saw the opposite. Burns is no slouch. 5-fight win streak. His last loss was against Dan Hooker, who's now being pushed to be, the next guy. So I think Woodley wins. I'm going to say third round TKO.
All right, Mike.
No, Tyron, 5th round decision. I think he's going to dominate the entire fight.
Then Joe.
Yeah, I think Woodley needs a finish here because I think Woodley wants a title fight next, so he's gonna have to make a statement in order to get that. I think if he goes out, has a boring fight, there's no chance he gets a title fight next. So I think Woodley's gonna come out with something to prove. Hopefully he's been training this past year. I'm sure he has, and I'm sure he's very hungry to get his title back. So I think he should be able to come out, get a first or second round KO. The only thing is that could be worrying some. I don't think it could be that worrying some though. Is Burns has really good jiu-jitsu. Second degree black belt. He's very good, but Woodley's wrestling should be able to negate that. So I think it should be a striking match. And I think Woodley has more power, he's a more technical striker. I just hope that his TV show hasn't been put in, a stop in his plans for training, his TV show airs tonight, actually, The Rock's TV show, The Titan
It's
Games.
on right now.
Yeah, so
How about that?
I'm going to go check that out, see how Woodley does on there. Hopefully he can be a champion in the Titan Games and a UFC champion again. T-Wood all the way, Tyrone.
So I'm gonna play the other side here. I'm gonna say Gilbert Burns by decision.
Go away.
I think he's
You're
gonna
brutal.
fight. I think he's gonna fight the perfect.
You're
fight, you know?
brutal.
But that's our UFC Fight Night Woodley versus Burns preview right there. We're gonna say who's right, who's wrong, and then we're gonna hop on next week and make fun of him. So hopefully you get to make fun of Mike because just look at him.
I
Guys,
have never been wrong in any of my predictions. And go back on that.
Mike's a
Alright,
perfect 40-0 right now, guys.
You
I
sound like
have never
Joe.
been wrong.
all right. But in the rest of the world of Fightverse, we have our first boxing fight that's finally been announced. I think Tango and I can talk about this. It's Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia. So,
No one cares about boxing, sorry to say.
all
It's a
right.
big
Yeah,
fight.
I'm-
Sorry to
waiting.
say it.
I'm
Big
gonna
Sorry to
fight.
say it.
Fox
Okay,
Fox
guys.
pay-per-view here. This will be a quick talk. It's just a tune-up fight for Spence Jr. just to knock somebody out, probably, if you ask me.
Yeah. I mean, Danny Garcia is good though. Like he's not a slouch. Like he's gonna go in there. He hits like a truck, but I think he's a little bit flat-footed at times. So I think
Yeah, he's a big punch fighter. He's a big punch fighter.
I think he's the biggest puncher Spence has gone against. Mikey Garcia punches hard as well, but he's much lighter than Danny Garcia naturally. So I think Spence goes in there. I don't even care if he got in a car accident, whatever. He's gonna go in there and dominate. To be honest, I don't really care. I think he'll be fine. I don't think he'll look any different.
All right, I think the same exact thing. But going back to the MMA world, so these other three children don't cry home to their mommies or something. So Conor McGregor and a few other guys have been on Twitter giving their top pound for pound greatest of all time list. I think they must have watched our video and been like, you know what, we should definitely do our
They've
own.
seen it.
That's right. That's what it is.
They've been watching our videos like this whole time.
But Connor's list is very fun. So he has Anderson Silva first, right? He has himself second, his GSP third, then John Jones.
Conor never defended his belt. Like he never defended. The only reason why he put himself at second, and why everyone defends him on like in comment sections is because they're all like, "Oh, Conor made the UFC." Like, "Oh, Conor did everything for the UFC. Conor is a goat. Like, no matter what, like, he's awesome." And I'm like, you literally know nothing about anything about UFC. Just because you like riding Conor and his like hype wave and how cool he is, like that doesn't mean he's the second best fighter of all time. This means he's a great fighter who made the sport like really, really big.
But I definitely agree. Like he's definitely not up there. But I'm surprised he didn't put himself one. To be honest with you. Surprised
I
he's like,
thought-
Yeah, he should have been one. I think he should have been one.
We were kind of expecting that, to be honest.
No, he said
Especially
he'll
with Silva,
be
too.
one by the end of his career. That's what he said.
surprising.
Yeah, all right. Well,
But John Jones at 4. That's ridiculous.
yeah, I think John Jones put his list out, but I forgot what it was. I'm pretty sure John Jones put himself number one, if I'm being
Yeah, probably
honest.
2, 3, and
No,
4.
he said the fans would pick it for him.
Yeah. He said the fans will do him justice.
And then everybody put GSP. So, it is what it is.
Hats off
Everybody
to
loves
him, you
you.
know?
And then Nate Diaz came out and said he's number 1.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's
He
pushing
is-
it a little
he
bit
is
too
number
much.
one.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
Number one in UFC's most biggest podhead or something, so you never know.
How about
Punches
Colby
taken, he's definitely up there.
He's like,
How about Colby Covington?
Undisputed
where does
So
he
guys,
fit?
I just wanted to say
Undisputed
this is
Cody
Mike's
Covington.
last episode. Say goodbye to him.
Might as well put Mark Hunt up there too. Might as well just throw him up there. With his
All right,
12
but
and 13 record.
Kobe Covington undisputed goes.
Also, Masvidal and Diaz have been talking about the run back for the BMF.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, and then also there's
Usman.
rumors about Usman versus McGregor.
Yeah.
That's creeping in now too. He's staying at welterweight for the title shot. I don't know.
And the big news that came out is John Jones is saying that the UFC is not allowing him to fight Ngannou.
I don't see the reason for him fighting Ngannou. Like I don't see the reason for it.
Well, I
That'd
mean,
be a
if he really wants to be like the greatest of all time, he needs to move up.
I mean, he's
Already
already the greatest of all
time.
time. But if he
I
does,
don't
if he
know about
beats
that.
Ngannou, he's by far.
Anderson still
this
is
guy
definitely
ranks
great.
His
Still.
resume is better than Anderson.
Out of the top 10.
Resume way better.
Andrew Silva has like 12 losses. He's a bum.
Yeah. John Jones is on another level.
Imagine saying Anderson Silva's a bum.
Silva's definitely not a bum, but he's a late
Yeah, we
bloomer.
definitely got to make that greatest of all time list happen.
We do. We need the greatest of all time for sure.
I think Silva's
But,
number 3 on that list.
For this though, it's about money. That's all it's about, And
I think Dana White's definitely waiting on it right now. I don't know.
Dana White, I think, is shocked because people asked him about it, because they were going back and forth on Twitter, and he's like, "Yeah, there's no plans for it right now." And I think he was really surprised when these two were like, "No, let's actually do this." I don't know.
Jake and I have always been saying that he's too scared to move up to heavyweight, and he actually wants to move up to heavyweight on his own.
We don't know though, because I do think he is nervous to move up to heavyweight. Who wouldn't be nervous to step inside a cage with Francis Ngannou? DC can say whatever he wants. Yeah, Colby Covington.
Colby Covington would not be nervous one bit.
DC can say all he wants, but he's definitely scared. Did you see? They got pictures going online of his face. So when that knockout happened,
yeah, I saw him sign his retirement papers right there and then.
But I mean, could I see Jones winning the fight? Yeah, I mean, you could see him tap into his wrestling so much more than he ever has at the light heavyweight division. I mean, he could take him down and sit on him all, 3 or 5 rounds, depending on what it is. You don't know. It's a good fight to see, but yeah, I think money talks in this aspect. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But right now, like I said, in prior shows, they both have their desired matchups for their divisions first. Francis is still sitting and wait for the heavyweight shot.
Yeah, he definitely deserves the title.
John Jones has got a steamroll match against Jan Blauwitz, so we'll see what happens.
And how would we feel about the Usman versus McGregor idea?
Stupid idea.
I don't think McGregor's going to take that fight.
Why would he go to welterweight? That's my question.
He will slam McGregor the entire time. Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think McGregor would. He'd fight Jorge, but I don't think he'd fight Usman.
Yeah, I definitely see the Diaz versus Masvidal fight happening again because we got cheated out of it.
Fight, though?
I want to see that again.
People can say we got cheated. He killed him for 3 rounds.
Masvidal will easily want that.
Yeah, but that's Nate Diaz's move right there. Nate Diaz stays up.
Shut up.
Like,
Nate Diaz had shut up. Nate Diaz had no chance in that fight whatsoever. He was gone from the second it started.
No, everyone that says, Nate Diaz, he's a late round fighter, he turns on a late round. I don't want to hear it. The man, he had a hole in his head like that. He got knocked down 5 times. It's over. If he wants to try to get the fight again to stay relevant, that's on him. But he's done.
He doesn't need to go down to stay relevant. He is relevant.
He has too much.
Everything he posts on Twitter is like headline news in UFC.
Yeah, but okay, he's relevant, but his fights aren't that good anymore.
Yeah,
he's not.
So you wouldn't want to see the trilogy fight against Conor?
No, not at all. I think Conor runs through him.
Hold up, Jake.
I think Conor runs through him. Conor. What is Conor going to do? Sit around? He's going to take guys like Cowboy.
But you just want that rivalry, like one of the best in the UFC, just to end 1-1.
It shouldn't. Yeah, Conor should have won both, but he gave up his back. But I don't know. I think Conor make Conor fight Diaz. I don't know. I don't think you guys think it would be a good fight.
Yeah, sure. A quick
fight. At 170 would be a fight.
That's for sure. A quick fight.
Yeah, a quick
Conor
fight.
versus Usman?
No, Conor versus Diaz.
Welcome to the show, Mike.
You think Diaz has any chance of winning that fight?
No
chance.
Maybe a submission, but that's it.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Dana loves that because you can put another, pay-per-view, Conor versus Diaz, and everyone buys it, and it's going to be a first-round KO.
You guys not watch the second fight? Like, McGregor almost lost again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but,
it's
he's
not
look at
gonna
Diaz.
smoke him.
Look at Diaz then, look at Diaz now.
Still good.
Diaz is still
The
Diaz.
same guy. It's literally the same.
Yeah, he didn't change his
hasn't
name. He didn't
changed,
do
but
anything
it's
like that.
His
Nah.
thigh
His name
gap
is still
the same,
Nate Diaz.
Thigh
So
gap.
Nah, physically he's not
he
there
can still
anymore.
take a fucking or a punch. Yeah, there it is.
He has the most.
Was waiting for it. You had to get one in there.
We did so well last episode. All right. Well, is that all we got for news? Do we got anything
Also,
else?
just saying, I still think Masvidal wins the second fight again without any
facts.
controversy.
Easily. But yeah, I mean, Cejudo relinquished his belt today.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
That happened.
So that kind of does that make it official that he's retired?
Yeah.
Yeah, for now at least.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely gonna wait for somebody to win that belt, and then he's gonna go.
Yeah, I give it
after
a year.
again.
I give it a year or two for sure.
Denver-
They
Tuesday, I can
rebooked
see
the
that.
flyweight title fight. It's the same fight. It's
Yeah.
Benavidez, Paculio.
Benavidez and Figueiredo. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Figueiredo makes weight this time, so he can actually take the belt home for the win. But
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
I
see.
feel like Benavidez loses every single title fight he's ever in. So I mean, I don't see him winning that fight.
they're really trying to push him to win this fight. Like they had the video
It's 'cause
package.
of Megan Olivieri.
They really
in
want him
Dana's
to be
head.
the guy, but
He's been around
Figueiredo-
forever, and I just remember Mighty Mouse just dominated him every time. And it was just like, oh, let's get another one, and it's just like he just loses every time. So what's the point? Like he has no chance versus Mighty Mouse back then. But I don't know.
Bantamweight's definitely where it gets interesting out of the two belts that he relinquished. Obviously, Dana said, yeah, Jan is set in stone versus someone we don't know. Right now, they announced Aljamain Sterling versus Corey Sandhagen. I don't know. I don't know if he waits that long for the winner of that fight to get a few months in, train for the title, and then they put that fight together against Jan, or they give Jan a totally different opponent.
It might be Jan versus Aldo.
Aldo's gonna come back.
That's true. He was supposed to get the title shot against
Aldo was supposed to get it. Yeah.
But again, how long do they wait? We don't know, because obviously, with the ongoing pandemic and stuff like that, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, so we have this upcoming card. I think 250 looks like it's going to go through. That card's still not full yet.
That card fight's supposed to be on the card.
Is there one supposed to be in January 13th or something where Sean O'Malley's going to fight and stuff like that? They're making that card happen.
He's supposed to be on 250 as well.
Is he? All right. Yeah. Isn't there another card that's coming after that, though, that they're starting to build?
Yeah, I believe so. There's a bunch of cards they got coming
Yeah,
up.
and it's all going to look like it's going to be in Las Vegas.
Yeah, they're
barring
fighting
that, barring that they get canceled again or something. But we'll see. So is that all we got? Sleepy Mike, you got anything?
It's all for me, man.
All right.
Colby Covington.
Yeah, Colby Covington's number one. That's what he's got to say. Nick, anything?
I think I said everything I need to.
Joe? Good. All right, Jake.
Diaz doesn't win any of the fights.
All right, and Colby Covington has no reason to be top 10. That's what I got to say. But this has been another episode of the Championship Rounds podcast. I thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, tell us what you think. Make sure Mike gets a nice whooping in the comments. So let's see it. But till next time, we'll see you around.